So the next question is, what challenges have you encountered through blogging, and how have you handled them? Who'd like to start? You want to go? No? Okay.
And I'm going to just say, you know, running a website and being autistic in general, just because, you know, my site has blogs on it. You know, there are a lot of people blogging, and it also has forums and stuff like that. Basically, it's quite difficult to run a community of anyone, much less autistic people. It's a challenge in of itself, and I think it stems from a lack of understanding, and also people who have been, you know, victimized their entire life. You know, they're angry. You know, they're not coming on there because everything's happy. They're not always coming on there because, you know, everything's happy-go-lucky. I mean, if everything were happy-go-lucky, they'd be on, you know, CNN.com reading about, you know, the new Jennifer Aniston kid or whatever. No, they come to the wrong planet because they've been bullied, they've been misunderstood. You know, and it's hard to read some of the stories on my site sometimes, you know.
Does it feel like, have you then turned into a role of helping to counsel from your own experience, people who've had a hard time?
You know, I jump in when I can, but it's hard. Luckily, there are many people on the site who are already, you know, gone through the issues that a lot of, you know, these kids that are on Wrong Planet, you know, I mentioned there were 60-year-olds. You know, they're not just, you know, on there, you know, complaining about, you know, the good old days. They're actually giving advice to young kids who are going through things that these guys had to learn on their own without any help at all. You know, it took some of them 30, 40 years to even be able to know how to get a girlfriend. You know, I'm all for, you know, autistic pride and everything, but if you can't get a girlfriend, I think there's, you know, you want to change that. You know, everyone wants to help themselves, and I think it's a challenge for me to, you know, really hear some of the stories, because some people have had it really rough.
Yeah. So is that what you'd say the hardest part was, is just kind of reading the responses or people pouring out kind of?
You know, and they say autistic people don't have emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, and not only that, but I would say that it's hard to, you know, basically run the site by myself. I have, you know, an international user base all around the country, and actually Fiona is one of the moderators for Wrong Planet. I actually, you know, told you guys to invite her, or, you know, have her give the video, and she's a real help. And I don't know if you could understand what she was saying, but if you go to her website, it has she has a lot of videos, and she's one of those cases, you know, she's a great person. Right. So it's really, you know, I mean, it's hard, but, you know, there are a lot of people like her and others on Wrong Planet that can help me go through it, you know, not alone.
Thank you, Alex. Excellent. Jason or Sandy, the question is about challenges encountered and how you've handled them. Do you want to take that, Jason?
Yes. I've actually encountered a lot of challenges through my website. A lot since the PBS special came out in January 4th, where I've had a lot of, and even before then, I've gotten a lot of email responses from people who have been coming to me for help, and it was, and I want to respond to every one of them in a very good way to give them good feedback, but sometimes I read some of the stories and I get sad, and I just want to give them some inspiration, just some feeling of hope or a good sense that they can do it too, because they can. They just need that boost of confidence. And
was that a surprise to you that people are seeing you kind of as a mentor now?
Yeah, definitely, because a lot of times in the past I was always looking up to a lot of other different people.
Do you ever hit delete on an email without answering it?
No.
I'm not able to do that either, but don't you wish some days you could just hit that delete button?
I think in some ways,
Delete all.
Yeah,
no,
delete all.
I wouldn't delete them all. I want to hear their stories.
Yeah.
Because so in some cases they're very similar to me, and I know they're different people, but they have similar situations, and
It takes a lot of time, though, huh?
it takes a lot of time.
And has that surprised you?
It has surprised me a lot, because I thought it would be easy, but then
Being a mentor is never easy.
no, being a mentor is never easy.
Yeah.
Now I know where all the people who helped me took a long time to help me sometimes.
But if you had a choice, is this far more rewarding than you ever expected?
Oh, definitely. It's very rewarding, especially since one of my comments I got on PBS, from my PBS special,
Tell us the name of your PBS special again.
This Emotional Life. And one of the comments I got from those people, they actually, I mean, a lot of people called me this, but one person in particular, you can read it on my website, on the comment section, said, it's amazing how much, something about angels and stuff, and it's amazing how much we don't recognize when an angel comes to us, but that it seems, but we seem to have seen it on TV that night, and I was like crying.
Wow,
I didn't even.
that's very cool. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Jason.
You're welcome.